Well, it is that time again. The Quest Boxing League is back for another huge championship season of boxing entertainment, and we are here at the famous Epsom Downs Racecourse in Surrey to start Season 3. Hi, my name is Alan Foley, and as always, it's great for you to join us here for another great night of live boxing entertainment. And coming up on Season 3, we've got bigger fights, more shows, and plenty of exciting new talent to look forward to. But as we start here tonight, we've got some cracking fights on tonight's Bad Intention show. And headlining tonight's episode, it is the title eliminator between James Bozarth and Joe Howard, who will both be battling it out for their opportunity to challenge for the light heavyweight title in their next fight. Plus, as always, we've got a great undercard with some exciting new prospects and some old favourites. So with that, there is plenty of action coming up now. We're going to head inside to the arena where the crowds are filling up for the Quest Boxing League Season 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, tonight's action continues now with a showdown in the Quest Novice Light Cruiserweight division. So please put your hands together for our first fighter to enter the arena tonight, making his Quest Boxing League debut. Please welcome Shane, the Underdog Minter. And now we welcome his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, making his second appearance in the league tonight. Please make some noise for Rob Earls. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next bout of the evening. Introducing then our first fighter, standing in the blue corner, representing the Gauntlets Boxing Club from right here in Epsom, making his Quest Boxing League debut, presenting Shane, the Underdog Minter. And introducing our second fighter, standing across the ring in the red corner, representing CBK Gyms. Please show your appreciation and welcome Rob Earls. This novice light cruiserweight showdown to be fought over 3 2-minute rounds. Our timekeeper of the bell, Mr. Peter McCann. Our referee in charge, former European champion, Mr. Wayne Alexander.
So here we go then. 3 rounds of novice light cruiserweight boxing between Shane Minter and Rob Earls. Now, I've got to clear up a nasty rumour that's going round that Shane Minter is related to Alan Minter, the former undisputed world middleweight champion, or indeed Ross Minter, the former English welterweight champion. As far as he's concerned, he has no relationship whatsoever with that pair. So let's keep that out of the way. So Ross Minter, sorry, Shane Minter, what am I talking about? Shane Minter in the green trunks in action against Rob Earls. And Earls, well, he's been around the block, this man, this southpaw from Canterbury. He's now 40 years of age. And Minter from the Gauntlets Boxing Club in Epsom.
Both fighters relatively inexperienced. You've got 4 fights for Rob Earls, 2 fights there for Shane Minter, who, as you mentioned, no relation to Ross Minter. I did ask you that question myself.
I just told you.
But then when I said it was 6'1", I was like, no, it can't be.
We've got a real punch-up on our hands here.
Yeah.
A boxer against a fighter, but they're both sort of getting embroiled in a punch-up. And Rob Earls lost his debut to Rhys Collins back in September, but he's back up against the man known as the underdog. Ooh. And I'll tell you what, Minter's not doing badly at all.
No, he's young, hungry, quick, seems to box well, not afraid to let his hands go.
He's won 2 bouts outside the Quest, both white collar.
He's throwing his shots really well. He places them really well.
Yes, he does.
And with
but his
power.
problem is he leaves the punch there.
Yeah.
That is a problem. Got to get
But
that.
you can see he's really trying to generate some power. He's getting his body right behind those shots.
Yes, you've got to get that hand back as quickly as it leaves you. Well, he's got Rob Earls in a bit of bother here in this first round because Rob Earls doesn't quite know what to do. I suppose the best thing he can do is to land a humdinger.
Yeah, land a humdinger and try to stay out of the way.
Good start for Shane Minter. As I say, no relation at all to Alan Minter or indeed Ross Minter. But, hey, the more Minters we have, the happier we are.
Yep.
And Shane Minter from the Gauntlets Boxing Club, making his debut here this evening, of course. He's a local Epsom boy. And interestingly, Rob Earls has had 3 fights outside the Quest and won them all, but he lost his, as I say, his only Quest bout to date to Rhys Collins. And that was last September. And Shane Minter, 24 years of age, and 6'1". Round 2. So let's see what Rob Earls can come up with here. It's almost a case of forgetting those punches that are coming his way and just get inside and land. But it's easier said than done, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's landed a couple of shots from the off here. Minter hanging his head a little bit higher. This is what Earl needs to be doing. What he's doing now is that sort of making himself a little bit evasive, sorry. And then as Minter misses, he needs to attack. So he's not going to be able to break that ground down between the pair of them in a traditional way of boxing your way in.
Yeah, good point.
Lovely shots land from Shane Minter there.
Well, listen, I mean, they're not short on trying, are they?
No, they're both really having a go. To be honest, I think Rob Earl is very much in the mix in this round. I wouldn't say he's getting the better of it, but he's landed a few good shots.
He's giving it his best.
Yeah. And he's having some success as well. He's not just trying hard.
Goodness. Lovely
Good shots
right
there from Minter.
But the problem is for Minter, he's crowding his own work. He needs to do this off the back foot.
Yes. Yeah, he needs to get that bit of space between him and let his shots go.
It's easy for us to say, isn't it?
Much easier to say than it is to do.
But if I was Minter, at 6'1", against Rob Earls tonight, I would be boxing off the back foot. Let him come, pop, pop, pop. Make it nice and simple.
Yeah, that's better, that's better. But then at the same time, let's not discredit what Rob Earl's doing. He knows that Minter's a lot less dangerous when you're up close to him.
That's a good point, yeah, good point. Here we go then for the third and final round. Well, all we can expect here, well, it's what we've been expecting all along really, is for Rob Earls to land that huge single shot that changes the course of this particular contest. But I just can't see it happening. So Shane Minter in the green has boxed really well.
I don't think either of them boxed terribly. I think Rob Earls having a go. I think he's
against the right kind of opponent, Rob Earls will do really well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's definitely got a bit about him, hasn't he? He's up against a very difficult opponent.
Not against a strategic, tall fighter.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what's happened here?
Yeah, I think the gloves fall off.
Oh, both got through there. Well, he's very popular, isn't he, young Winter?
Yeah.
I say young, he's 24.
He's young, isn't he?
Yeah, it is, as far as you're concerned. Yeah, Rob Earls, it's been a frustrating night for him. But he got through there.
It's a really difficult opponent he's up against here. It's a well-matched fight, don't get me wrong. It'd be interesting. I'd like to see what Rob Earls could do against someone that doesn't have all the advantages that Shane Minter has got.
Yeah, a good point. I mean, you know, there's a dozen guys you're going to put in front of Earls tonight, and either one.
Yeah.
But, you know,
definitely,
not this one. But having said that, we're not the judges, Dan.
No, that's right, yeah. I'd be surprised if they see anything other than a performance. That's the end of that.
Well, there's the bell.
Well, again, they both boxed really well. Rob was mint, but Shane, Minter.
Very good.
It was good, wasn't it? I've been waiting 6 minutes to say that, Steve.
I wish you'd have waited a little bit longer. By the way, if you didn't get that, he said Shane was...
Rob was
mint and Shane was Minter. Yeah, that was worth waiting for, Dan. Thank you.
Honestly.
Thanks, Dan. I'll never forget that.
Someone's going to appreciate it somewhere, Steve.
No, they won't.
No, okay.
No, so anyway, we've seen Shane Minter, as I said previously, no relation whatsoever to Ross Minter, the English welterweight champion, and Alan Minter, the former undefeated world middleweight champion. No relation, as far as he's concerned. But having said that, the word Minter, the name Minter, they're going to be mixed up at some point.
Possibly.
What was it? 6 steps of... what's that? What do they call that? Six steps of separation or something?
Talk to yourself, Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. with a unanimous decision, your winner in the blue corner, Shane, the underdog Minter.
Shane Minter declared the winner, a unanimous decision winner, and full marks to Rob Earls. He had a real go at that, but as I say, the wrong opponent to fight. But there you go, that's life. Well done, Shane. Right, once again, staying with the heavyweights, we've got Stefan Hughes now, at 39 years of age, making his debut, and it doesn't look good for Hughes because he's up against Luke Herdman, who reached the ABA finals twice, losing to both Anthony Joshua and Joe Joyce. Now, Dan, just to get to the ABA heavyweight final is a massive achievement. Can Hughes win? No.
Listen, we don't, yeah. The long and short of it, no. Up against someone with the experience that Luke Herdman's got, to be beaten by those two guys who we know are absolute beasts in this game, Stefan Hughes is up against it tonight.
Oh well, enjoy yourself, Stefan. It's a great memory.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the action now continues in the Quest heavyweight division. So please put your hands together for our first fighter to enter the arena from North Wales. Please welcome Stefan Khaled Hughes. And now we welcome his opponent, fighting out of the red corner and making his Quest Boxing League debut. Please make some noise and welcome Luke Herdman. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next bout of the evening, brought to you in association with RDX Sports, the official fight gloves of Quest. Boxfair, the UK's leading boxing equipment superstore, and our headline sponsor, Digital Self, the Web3 platform bringing sports to the metaverse. So introducing then our first fighter, standing in the blue corner, all the way from North Wales, making his Quest debut tonight. Make some noise and welcome Stefan Khaled Hughes. And introducing our second fighter, standing across the ring in the red corner, tonight representing Camberley Boxing Club in Surrey, making his Quest Boxing League debut. Make some noise and welcome Luke Herdman. This heavyweight contest to be fought over 4 2-minute rounds. Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Ken Curtis, and our timekeeper, Mr. Peter McCann.
Thank you, Jonathan Millard. Here we go then. This is an interesting one. 4 rounds of heavyweight boxing between Stefan Hughes, an ex-pro, in action against Luke Herdman, twice an ABA finalist. Now, it doesn't get much better than that, Dan.
No, it certainly doesn't, no.
I say ex-pro, he won 4, lost 7. And Herdman, well, believe it or not, he got the final twice, the ABA final, beaten by Anthony Joshua and Joe Joyce. Can't get much bigger than that, can you, mate?
No, they are 2 absolute monsters, aren't they?
So, bad luck, Luke. 42 years of age now. His opponent's 39. And, well, there you go. And Stefan Hughes from a place called Pentrafidas in North Wales. And his ring name is Caleb.
Yeah, so Stefan Hughes was operating the same time as I was operating. We was actually scheduled to fight each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How interesting.
So he was...
Only one winner there, Dan.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't fight.
And I'm not sitting next to him.
Yeah, he was chief sparring partner for one of my arch rivals, Sammy Cousins.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I had a catch up with him upstairs. Really good guy, getting himself back into boxing. He's got a tough guy in front of him tonight, hasn't he?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Luke Herdman knows his stuff. I mean, you know, to get to the ABA final twice, goodness, but I only ever got to the semis once.
Yeah. I mean, I made it to the quarter, so he bested me. But
yeah, and he bested me.
Yeah, you can tell he's got that lovely sharp jab, and it is really sharp as well.
There's no doubt about it. Stefan Hughes, you know, he's got the ability.
Yeah, do you know what? His record as a professional fighter was very underwhelming, but he was a much better fighter than his record would suggest.
As is so often the case.
Yeah, do you know what? He when he actually boxed Sam Cousins as well for a title fight.
Good left hook there for Hughes.
And it was, yeah, he was in great shape for that fight. And Sam Cousins was a decent fighter.
Yep.
So yeah, Stefan knows his way around the ring, as does Luke Herdman. And this is a really interesting bout. It's not one of those all-action fights. It was never going to be when you've got 2 guys experienced as this. They know what they've got in front of them. They know they're not here to take liberties. They can't take liberties. You got Herdman with that super sharp jab, and Stefan Hughes moving around, trying to work his way in, trying to find the openings. He's found them a couple of times.
How do you see?
It's a really close.
In the first round.
No, really close round.
I feel like 10-10.
I think a draw would be fair. I think possibly if I was sitting in the judges' shoes, or if I was going to talk on behalf of the judges, they may be looking at the sharp jab of Herdman there.
Yeah, I get that. So here we go then for the second session of a scheduled 4. Nothing in the opening round for us. So, I mean, I've got no idea, in fact, what Stefan Hughes achieved as an amateur, but I bet it doesn't shine a light really on Luke Herdman and his achievements.
No, definitely. Listen, two times ABA finalist as a heavyweight.
Takes some doing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's amongst fighters like that, Joyce and Joshua, he's obviously a good fighter. That's good work there from Stefan Hughes, and that's the sort of the wily character he is. Like with that, throw a couple of shots. Them shots he wasn't worried about landing. It was the shot round the back that he wanted to land.
Well, he certainly knows what he's doing, doesn't he, Stefan?
Yes, yeah, it definitely does.
But having said that, so does Luke.
Yeah, and this is one of the things. This is like a bit of one for the purists, isn't it? This is one where you sit here and you go,
a boxer's
yeah,
fight.
you really appreciate what's happening in front of you. It's not sometimes.
Not a tear up.
Yeah, we like a tear up, don't we? Obviously, but fights like this for me
We
and you,
know what
Steve.
they're doing, 'cause we used to do it ourselves.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It is that game of chess what people talk about.
Nice left hand there, I thought, from Herdman.
He's got a beautiful jab, really nice jab. And he looks like he can poke it out all night long, doesn't he?
Just slightly off target sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, Hughes is doing a really good job of parrying the jab and getting behind his gloves. Not much is landing from Herdman, but then not much is landing back in from Hughes.
Yeah,
Hughes needs to...
I'd like to see Herdman actually change that jab into a left hook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's expecting a jab, isn't he, Hughes? And if he all of a sudden he changed it to a hook.
Yeah, Herdman landed a couple of good shots in the end there, which would have nicked him the round.
Yeah, I think Herdman nicked that round. So halfway point, round 3.
Round 3.
Once again, Peter McCann roars them into action. So just to remind you, we've got Luke Herdman, the black and red, in action here against Stefan Hughes. Hughes from Pentrefridas in North Wales. Making his Quest debut here this evening. Be very welcome back, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely, as would Herdman.
Yeah, sure. Herdman lives in Northampton, but he boxes for, used to box for Camberley Boxing Club. And he's also making his debut, his Quest debut here this evening.
The one thing with Herdman is he's a big lad, and he's 42 years of age, but he
And
still
he can
gets
box.
up on his toes, still does, you see there, and he's got that nice little bounce that you see in the amateurs. His jab is fantastic, really nice jab.
Can you see him doing this by the time he's 43?
Yeah, do you know
Yeah,
what? He
I
looks
can.
fit. I think he's...
Oh, that's much better.
He's got a big shot in him as well. A bit of power there.
He's a powerful man, isn't he?
Yeah. He's just walking down on Hughes now.
I mean, I've seen Stefan Hughes fight before, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I think he was. He left the program about 10, 12 years ago now, something like that, 10, 11 years ago. Really good work here from Herdman. Yeah, and then this is a testament to how good of a boxer Herdman is. He's that first round was pretty close, wasn't it?
Well, no, I thought Herdman lost it by a mile, but you know, not a country mile by any means, you know.
Yeah. I think, and then he got himself back into the last one.
Yeah, I've got him in the lead at the moment. I think it's pretty unassailable as things stand. There's only a round to go, and 2 in front. But I don't want to write off Stefan Hughes in any way.
No, definitely not.
But if you didn't hear me before, by the way, I was just saying that Luke Herdman got to 2 ABA finals and was beaten by Anthony Joshua, who of course went on to become a world champion, and Joe Joyce, who probably won't.
Not in the same night.
They're not the same night, of course not. Different years. I can't see Joe Joyce emulating that, can you?
What's that?
A world title.
Do you not think? I don't know if I like it.
I like him, but, you know, got to be honest. Anyway, here we are, 4th and final round. So Stefan Hughes, then the shorter man in the red and white shorts, in action here against Luke Herdman. And after a pretty non-eventful first round, Herdman's gone to work.
Yeah. Yeah, and he has boxed really well against these. But we can't stress enough how experienced these two guys are.
Can I just say something, Dan? Most boxers, pros, will beat. Sorry, most amateurs will beat pros over 4 rounds.
Good amateurs.
Yeah, but over a short distance. But you do it over 6, 8, or 10, different story.
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, I agree with that. I think it depends on style, obviously. Look at some of the professional fighters out there. Some of them, like the more enigmatic of the bunch, would probably be a handful for anyone, wouldn't they? But
yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Oh, nice right, nice right. Bit of a swelling around the left eye there as well of Hughes.
Hughes' legs went there as well. He looks a bit.
Yeah, swelling under both eyes.
Yeah.
What happens when you get to 39? Well, there's not a whole lot left now in this final round, and it looks like it's going to go Herdman's way.
Yeah, he's boxed a really good fight against a really good opponent in Hughes.
Well, I think Hughes will be better for the run, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Well done, boys. So here we go then for the official verdict. Can't see it going against Herdman for some reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, after 4 rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards. With a unanimous decision, your winner in the red corner,
Luke
Herdman.
He had to work for that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Very tough opponent in Stefan Hughes. We knew Hughes was going to be up against it, and that's exactly what we got, wasn't it? A really good performance from Herdman.
Absolutely. It's not often you get 2 guys against each other who know each other exceptionally well, just like these two do. James Bozarth against Joe Howard. Now, they've been mates for years. They've sparred together. They know each other well. But Bozarth has said to me, listen, we're friends, but I'm here to win. So there he goes. He did win a light heavyweight title on another promotion, but he's convinced tonight he's going to take home the bacon.
Yeah, I think this is one of those things that a lot of people think is a bit unusual when you see friends fighting. They're not having a fight; they're having a boxing contest.
Yes.
But don't get it twisted. They're
Absolutely.
both going to come out. They're both going to try and win, and they'll both do anything they can to win.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very interesting
Absolutely
contest.
right. Well, one thing we can say for Joe Howard is he has had experience, but, you know, does that really count? We'll
Who
see.
knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a title eliminator for a shot at the Quest Light Heavyweight Championship. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome our first fighter into the arena. Tonight, he makes his Quest Boxing debut. Let's make some noise and welcome James Bozarth. And now we welcome our second fighter into the arena. Fighting out of the red corner, please show your appreciation and welcome the quiet man, Joe Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, this title eliminator is brought to you in association with RDX Sports, the official fight clubs of Quest. Boxfear, the UK's leading boxing equipment superstore, and our headline sponsor, Digital South, the Web3 platform bringing sports to the metaverse. So introducing your first fighter for this title eliminator, standing in the blue corner, tight, representing Ricky's Gym in Reading. Please show your appreciation and welcome James Bozarth. And introducing your second fighter, standing across the ring and in the red corner, representing Southmorton Boxing Club. Please make some noise and welcome the quiet man, Joe Howard. This title eliminator will be fought over 3 2-minute rounds. Our timekeeper at the bell, Mr. Peter McCann. Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Wayne Alexander.
Well, here we go then. This is an interesting looking contest. It's a light heavyweight title eliminator over 3 2-minute rounds. James Bozarth and Joe Howard square off against each other, as they have done many, many times in the past. They know each other very well and have sparred with each other, but there's no love lost here. Bozarth said to me, hey, I'm coming to win. He's slightly taller, as you can see. Now, Joe Howard, incidentally, is a good lad. He lost to Jack Dowling in March in a very close fight. That puts him in good stead, doesn't it?
Yeah, Jack Dowling's a very good fighter. He's actually here tonight somewhere.
Yes, you told me.
Yes.
So Bozarth then from Reading, from Ricky's Gym, in case you didn't see it on the back of their shirts. 26 years of age. And Howard, well, Joe Howard is 27, he's from Oxford, known as the quiet man. Well, I never heard him speak.
No, me neither. Yeah, this is one of those fights where it's a bit of a mix of styles where it might not click, might it, this one? You got Bozarth, who's tall, rangy, wants to use his jab. And then you've got Howard, who's the shorter of the two, but he's also trying to work his way in. It's one of those fights that, like I said, this could be a bit of a standoff and work its way in, although it is catching fire a little bit now. Joe Howard whipping away to the body there.
Well, you know, if the pace does increase, it should suit Howard.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? You'd think so. But then you've got Bozarth using that range really well at the moment. So
yeah, that's what I meant about it catching fire.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So you think that Howard would prefer to try and to turn this into a bit of a tear-up?
Yes, exactly.
Take Bozarth out.
I think he will.
If that's what he wants to do, he's going to have to hurry up a bit, because that's, as we see there, 2 minutes, as long as it does feel like a really long time in there, not when you're chasing the fight. It goes too quickly if you need to start pressing.
By the way, Dan, I had a lady viewer watching it on TV had criticised me for the tie I was wearing last time, that stripy one. She said it was old-fashioned, old-fashioned, you know, sort yourself out. So I've got this one today.
You look fantastic, Steve.
I do, don't I?
What's even worse than that is the last time I was here, I was wearing this same jacket and I had a burgundy tie on. And it was pointed out to me very early on in the night, oh, you look like Mr. Bean.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, anyway, this lady viewer, her name's Elizabeth. As I say, well,
honestly, you look fantastic. Matches, you look wonderful, Steve.
thank you, my dear. Second round coming
Talk
up
about
then.
boxing?
It's all part and parcel, isn't it?
Of course it is.
So
We
round
are
two.
the boxing stuff.
Oops, there's a little slip there. Oh, nice right hand.
Yeah, Bozarth caught him there.
Well, he slipped on the canvas.
Howard's in a bit of trouble here.
He slipped on the canvas and...
Yeah, and then got caught, yeah.
So Joe Howard then, under a bit of pressure there at the start of this second round.
Oh,
That's a nice left hook.
Yeah, he's just caught Bozarth with a lovely left hook over the top there.
And Bozarth, by the way, did win a light heavyweight title on another promotion. But this is the cream of the crop.
This certainly is.
I do believe that as well.
I do as well. I tell everyone. I tell everyone that will listen to me. These Quest promotions are some of the best you will come up against out there. That was a great uppercut. Great uppercut.
It was. Well, I thought it stopped at the chin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Joe Howard looking to work.
This is more of a Joe Howard fight, isn't it, this round? It's a little bit closer.
The start of it wasn't.
Yeah, no, that's right, yeah. But okay, there's another good shot there from Bozarth. That's what he... At range, Bozarth has it all his own way.
That's why Joe Howard can't let him have that. He's got to get in.
Yes. But Bozarth working really well from the outside.
He's not done it all bad, is he?
No, he's boxing really well. He's boxing really well.
Well, as I say, he said to me that he was coming to win, despite the relationship he has with Joe Howard.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we have this idea that, I mean, boxing is a brutal sport, don't get me wrong. We have this idea that you have to dislike your opponent. Some fighters openly say, when I've got an opponent, I force myself to hate them. I've always found that a bit strange.
Oh, me too.
For me, it's just a game. Like, go out there and win the game. That's it. Obviously, it's a brutal game, and people might go, "What can you call it a game?" But to me, that's exactly how I viewed it. Whoever was in front of me, whoever was in the opposite corner, I didn't care. If it was my nan, I'd have gone out there and tried beating her.
Yeah, but the problem is, Dan, she would have beaten you.
100%. She was tough as some boots.
Yes, I know exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I, we're not malicious people, and I've never been malicious against an opponent, ever.
Oh, no.
And, you know, win, lose or draw, always shake hands with them.
Yeah. It's just the nature of the sport, isn't it? Yeah. Like we say, it is a brutal, aggressive sport. Some see it as violent.
Here we go then for the third and final round. Well, to me, I'm afraid Joe Howard looks like he needs something of a miracle here.
Yeah, I mean,
2 down with 1 to play.
He had spells in that last round.
Yeah,
where
but they were short spells, weren't
they were, yeah. And this is much of what we see in the first 2 rounds, what we're seeing now, where Joe Howard would have a little bit of success. All of a sudden, Bozarth just go, actually, I'll take that back away from you, and land a couple of really good shots, and make Howard look like he was in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, and it's ironic, really, that, you know, I mean, we do
know... it's a really good shot there from Howard.
We do know that Howard's a good fighter.
Bozarth's gone. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but he's completely stiffened up. It was like he was asleep on his feet. All of a sudden, he just woke up and started throwing his shots again.
Yeah, taking a couple of tasty shots to the body.
Yeah, Howard really needs to keep this pressure on. That was a really weird reaction there. He just sort of stood there and he looked like he was out on his feet, but he just sort of come back to life again.
I think that was a hurtful body punch. Good fight.
It is a really good fight. It's a shame this one isn't another round or two longer.
Yeah.
Of course, this
Maybe
is
that's why it's as good as it is.
This is an eliminator. Yeah. This is an eliminator.
And both these guys will give the reigning champion a hard time.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So Wayne Alexander stops the action to get the gum shield put back in Joe Howard's mouth. There's no rule that says you have to wear a gum shield.
Really?
Yeah, you're a fool if you don't.
Yeah, definitely. They're really good shots there from Bozarth.
Well, at least I don't think there is. I'll have to check that.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if it wasn't mandatory.
Well, well done, boys. Good fight. But I'm going to give that last round against James Bozarth. Bozarth. You gave him all three, did you?
Yeah, no, I think
Well, that's a very interesting. I just looked up if you had to wear a gum shield, and it said no. It's recommended.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. They score the contest a draw. So let's hear it for both James Bozarth and the quiet man, Joe Howard.
Now, that's an interesting one. What do you think of that, Dan?
I think that's a wrong decision, if I'm
Yes,
honest.
I accept that. I thought Joe Howard lost by a squeak. But I did think James Bozarth was the rightful
You could
winner.
have argued that he won the last round. The second round was closer than the first, but that's because the first round was so far in favour of Bozarth. Listen, it's a 3-round fight. We call it how we see it. The judges see it differently.
Well, I'll be very honest with you. I actually scored it 29-28 in favour of Bozarth.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, I don't mind.
Well, we've heard the final bell. Another fantastic night of championship boxing here at the Epsom Downs Racecourse in Surrey. And in tonight's episode, well, the judges just couldn't split them. James Bozarth and Joe Howard went toe-to-toe over 3 rounds in a light heavyweight title eliminator. And as I say, we just couldn't split them. So that looks like that fight will have to be rerun again. And as I say, the start of the 2023 season continues when the competition returns next time to the K2 Arena in Crawley in West Sussex for the massive Undisputed Show.